Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Before we start, if you've ever wanted to learn how to draw facial features, then check out my easy step-by-step guide linked in the description box. Now let's get into the tutorial. Firstly, you'll need to draw a heart and 2 circles just underneath the heart. To get the right proportions, I like to measure my heart and draw 2 small dots underneath before drawing the circles. I also like to draw lines facing up to check the circles are in line with the heart. These can be rubbed out after. Starting any drawing of faces or facial features with shapes is a great way to improve proportions of your drawing and an easier way to start your drawing instead of completely from scratch. After drawing the line between the heart and circles, I then draw a line above the heart, connecting it to the first line. I then rub everything out after and tidy up the lines. Also, don't be afraid to make mistakes or messy lines. These can always be tidied up after. After I draw a line above the heart, connecting the heart to the first line, I then draw a line below the circles, connecting them to the first line. I normally go in with a technique I've always used, which is to draw where the highlights and shadows will be on the drawing. This makes it so much easier when it comes to shading and making the drawing appear more realistic. This technique I teach along with different shading techniques in my step-by-step guide, so definitely feel free to check it out below. I then go in with a 3B pencil and start shading the areas where shadows would fall, moving in circular motion around the drawing. I then use a 2B pencil to shade the slightly lighter areas, leaving gaps where light would fall on the drawing. I then go in with a H pencil to shade the even lighter areas, continuing to work in circular motions. I've finished it off camera, but you can see how it looks after being shaded and blended. I then go in with a 5B pencil on the top lip to fill in the darker areas. When you use different shades of pencil, both H and B, this is what makes a drawing look more realistic. Afterwards, I use my 3B pencil to fill in more areas of the drawing, which are a little lighter. I then go in with a 2B pencil to fill in the Cupid's bow at the top of the lip, as well as larger sections of the lip. When shading the large sections of the top lip, I press down more softly with my 2B pencil to get a lighter shade. You can also go in with a B pencil if you have it to get the same shade as pressing down lightly with a 2B pencil. For the Cupid's bow, after I shade with my B pencil, I use my Tombow eraser to clean up the lines and go back in with my 2B pencil on the lip, pressing down slightly harder this time to create contrasts on the drawing. I then go in with a blending stump to blend out the darker areas, working in circular motions. I then clean up any areas with my Tombow eraser. I also use my Tombow eraser to make highlights on the Cupid's bow. Then I use my 2B pencil to add details to the lip where lines would appear. Afterwards, I use a strip of tissue to blend and soften the lines. I then use my blending stump to blend the other side of the top lip and create highlights on the Cupid's bow with my Tombow eraser. I then go in with my 2B pencil to add more details and contrast to the corners of the mouth, as well as darkening the middle of the lips. And use my Tombow eraser to add more highlights to the Cupid's bow. I use my H pencil to re-add any details to the Cupid's bow. I then use my 5B pencil to add darker details and lines to the corner of the mouth and across the top lip. I then take my strip of paper and again blend out the details and lines, and then add any extra details and shading with my 2B pencil. Finally, I use my soft art eraser to create a few more highlights, and we're done.